Hello, everybody, and welcome back finally to a new episode of Kerbal Space Program. It has been probably close to 2 weeks since my last video, and I fully plan to explain that right now. Um, Last week I went on vacation to South Carolina. I spent about 5 days there, and it was pretty freaking sweet. But then, unfortunately, as soon as I came back, I found out that my grandmother had passed away. And that was this past Tuesday. So, for the past, 3 or 4 days, I've been dealing with that. Wakes and funerals and such. But, anyways, not to bum any of you out, I'm okay, she's in a better place, but here we are, back with Kerbal Space Program. And again, I apologize for the long wait, but life gets in the way, you know? Alright, so here we are back. In the last episode, I believe we took a little trip to the moon. We didn't land on it, and as promised, though, that's what we're going to attempt to do in these next couple missions. But before we do that, we have a ton of science. So let's see what we can use, we can unlock here. Here we are. So we have the next tree, and I think, as I said, I would try to unlock the whole tree before I get the next one. But we'll see if I actually end up holding to that as we go along. So here we are, we get heavy rocketry, in which we'll get the skipper and the poodle and some larger tanks and whatnot. I think it's important we start getting those things, the larger Rockomax things, and the next thing after that is these really big tanks that came with the last asteroid mission, our good old liquid sail, the Rockomax mainsail, liquid sail I said. And the Rockomax jumbo fuel tank. But we'll wait on that one. We don't quite need it yet. Let's go down here to fuel, and we definitely want to get this because we'll get to have the fuel line, which will just help us out greatly when it comes to building better and more efficient rockets. So we'll get that. I mean, we have tons of science. We can pretty much just go straight down the line here. Next, we have some more Rockomax stuff. We have the bigger things, the bigger decouplers and adapters, so I think we'll definitely get that. We can get at least one or two more things. One more, I can do math, I swear. Again, this is just airplane stuff. I'm not going to bother with it yet. We have the advanced stabilizer and RCS ports, as well as RCS thrusters. That could be useful. We have the processing lab and the thermometer. That could be very useful. And also some landing struts, and again, these things this is good for planes, this is good for really tiny landers, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. So I'm stuck between this, with the processing lab and thermometer, or we can go with these things, the stabilizers, the RCS, and I think I just decided we're going to go with this, because we're just going to the moon, we can't really use the thermometer anyway, so we're going to stick with this. More stability and RCS, Advanced Flight Control. So again, we don't have enough for any more, but we managed to unlock 4 of them, which is pretty darn good for one mission. I'm kind of curious, let's peek around here. So now, if we go to Kerbin, we have lots of stuff from Kerbin, and lots of stuff from the moon. All these EVA reports and crew reports and material study and the GOOs and all that good stuff. Racking up dat science. Minmus will do probably in the future at some point. And that's usually when we go to Duna, but yeah, we're many episodes away from that, but don't worry, we'll be there soon. So let's go over to the assembly building. So you're probably very confused right now. You said, well, the last thing I said was we're going to go into the vehicle assembly building, but I noticed one very critical problem. We have no ladders, and you can't build a lander without any ladders. I mean, I guess you could for the moon, because your guy could just jump back up, but that's just silly. So what I did was I launched, and I got one of the materials bays that I didn't get. It was flying at Kerbin, and luckily that brought us just to 90 science, so we can get the ladders. So let's get the ladders. Which makes us left at 0.7. So now we will go to the vehicle assembly building. Okay, so while I was off camera, I decided to build this thing. I know usually I build it with you guys, but this was just a little complicated, and I just didn't feel like building it, scrapping it, and building again, because I might forget how I did it. So I'll start at the top here. So we have our standard capsule with parachutes and standard science containers. We have the materials bay and 2 goo with our 2 parachutes and 1 on the top. That's simple, nothing's changed. We have the Kerbal Engineer program here and the dish to send information back. Now, decoupler for when we land. This is the actual lander now, this segment down here. What I have here is, it's a tri-coupler with 3 of these medium sort of tanks. What are they called? The FLT 400s. Attached to those, I attached 3 different sets of lander legs, because it was a bit heavy when I tested it, and the legs didn't really like it, but when there's a bunch of them like this, it kind of worked. Excuse me. Ladders, kind of coming up here, and again, it's not really entirely necessary, because the moon has such low gravity, you can jump and kind of jetpack up here. I tried to stick ladders to the tri-coupler, they didn't work. So really, I didn't even have to spend that 90 science on the ladders, but you know, it's good to get it anyways. I could just climb up to here, jump from here, jetpack right into the capsule again if I need to. Attached down here I have the LV909 engines, these ones over here, with thrust 50, and there's 3 of them, so that should be just perfect for the moon. Next, I have, to get to the moon, 3 of these bigger tanks here, the T800s. I got 3 of them with 3 of the gimbaling engine, the T45s. That's to rocket us towards the moon once we get into orbit. Stage over here, same thing, 3 of these with 3 of the same engines to complete the orbit, just in case I don't have enough. And then it's our standard launcher. This is kind of the one we've been using, the 3 800 tanks, 3 gimbaling engines, but I've stacked on something new, as you could tell, the gigantic boosters now, the SRBs, the KD-25K. Those came with the asteroid pack, and they pack a massive 650 thrust, which is a lot more compared to the Rockomax, the 315s. Do we need them? Hell no. But is it going to be awesome? I hope so. So that's that. I just got to mess with the staging. I figured I'd do that for you guys. We have the stability thingies, and then we have the gigantic rockets will go, along with the 3 main engines here. We'll just drag those down. So then the boosters will go after that. It's this stage right here. Then what will happen is these 3 will go. It's kind of separating them into 2 and 1. That's okay, I know what it means. Next, again, these 3 engines will fire. It's doing the same thing, separating it funny. This one's in 3s. This one will go next. Yep, then these 3 will light over here. Then these 3 will go. Then these 3 will light. Then that will go, and then all the parachutes is the only thing left to do. I've named it Munar Lander. Again, very, very creative, I know. Let's see, I might just put these engines within that decoupling. Yeah, let's do that. Just so that when they decouple, they'll all go together, etc., etc. Let's choose the crew. Now, I think we had Jeb with us on the Munar orbit mission. Let's have Bob. Let's get Bob out there. Bill, I think, has done his share. Bob doesn't really get a whole lot of fun. I don't know, I feel like he's neglected in my episodes so that's that, folks. It's kind of tall, and I'm a little worried about that. We have a total of a whopping 9,000 meters per second of delta V, which is, I think, a little overkill. To be honest, we're probably going to make it to the moon with a lot of fuel left, but you know me, I like to over budget. I don't like getting to the moon and then being out of fuel, because it does require a good amount to land and launch again. So hopefully we have enough for that part of it, but I guess we'll find out. Here we go. So here we are out on the launch pad, and it's a bit wobbly, but the weather's nice. It looks like the sun's just about to come up. Oh, there's Minmus out there. Can we see the moon? No, I don't see the moon anymore. Man, those clouds are pretty. So what do you say, everyone? Let's get this thing going. Launch in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, she's heavy. She's heavy, but these things are boosting us nice. I might just push it up to full throttle. Ooh, she's heavy. It's definitely heavy, and I'm kind of worried, to be honest with you, because after those boosters wear out, I don't know what's going to happen here. might have too much weight up here. So we will find out if this is okay. I'm gonna say no. I'm calling it right now that it's not gonna be enough. But man, that looks so freaking cool, though, doesn't it? Just 3 giant spikes. Oh, look at that! That's like a new moon. Oh my god, that's awesome. We're also in the clouds right now. As soon as we get above them, I'll just look at that again. That is freaking awesome. Oh yeah, here we go. We'll just throttle back a little bit. We're getting pretty fast. Cities are spawning, and you're coming up on booster separation. Don't crash into anything. Oh, thank God. So we're dropping speed a little bit, but we might be just high enough to where it's okay. We're at 10,000. I might just wait a sec. Yeah, it's dropping. I don't know. I'm gonna move over a little bit just to see what happens. Leave it right there. Oh, is it? No, that's an eclipse. What? That's an eclipse? Wait a second. Oh my god, that's an eclipse. That is freaking awesome. The moon is directly in front of the sun. That's what we're seeing right now. Oh my god, how cool is that? I don't think I've ever seen an eclipse in Kerbal Space Program. Oh man, this thing is heavy. This thing is really... Oh jeez, she's really wanting to go down. Oh man. This just doesn't look good. It doesn't look right. The only thing that looks right in this picture is that eclipse. We are almost out of fuel here. So the problem is, folks, these engines are just way too underpowered to push all this fuel. This payload's way too much for these little engines. I might have to chop some fuel out of these middle, because I'm fairly certain I don't need that much fuel. I just kind of over-budgeted it. But let's just see what happens, and let's keep staring at that eclipse, even though you're not supposed to look at eclipses. Yeah, look at it. It's like you could just tell. Oh, we are falling. Oh wow, we are falling. Okay, so this is a fail. We'll look at that eclipse one last time, and let's go back to the assembly building here. We'll fix that right up. So, definitely what we're going to do here is, I think we're going to take this, we're going to reduce it by half. No, not that. This one. Come on. Come on. No, come on. Come on. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me now. You gotta be shitting me. Alright, try this one. No, no. No. It wanted to do it for... Oh! Come on. Oh. Okay, let's just pretend that didn't happen. Ooh, I see what happened. They got all twisted. That's okay. You know, we probably need bigger things anyway. Yeah, let's get these ones anyways. Just pretend that didn't happen. It's okay, game. I forgive you. That's weird. A lot of weird stuff happening in this episode that I don't really approve of. Probably need to strut this better anyways. So we've reduced the amount of delta V, but our thrust weight ratios are a little better. Let's see if this did it. Not sure if it will, but you know what I might do actually? It's dangerous, but let's make these the non-gimbling engines. 215, 200. You only get a boost of 15, but I do have the advanced SAS. Yeah, let's try them. We'll do the non-gimbling engines. They're a little stronger. I forgot to mention, I did throw on SAS. Didn't show that, but there it is. And let's just make sure that, that Jeb, no, bad Jeb. Bob is going to the moon, not you. Let's launch. So here we are. Let's just do a time warp to get to the daytime again. Just so it's bright enough so you guys can see. Here we are. I should really strut across, but I'm not gonna. Here, let's launch this thing. Ready, set, go. Houston, we've had a problem. Crap. Now we can fix this on the launch pad. Staging, folks. Staging is everything. So we'll put these down here. And these. There we go. Okay. And we got a time warp. One more time. See, these are the things that happen when you're playing Kerbal. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's the eclipse sun. It's so cool. Alright. Here we go for reals this time. Here we go. That's better. The eclipse sun. How cool. I'm so glad that I'm like so happy that happened in this episode. You have no idea. That like made my day. So we'll push a little harder at first, and maybe we'll get a little extra speed. Who knows? Maybe I need to chop more weight out. Really not sure. All I know is that eclipse is so cool. Oh, it's cloudy. Look at these dark clouds. These are storm clouds. Get a little fast. We'll just back off the thrust just a touch. We are drifting a bit from center, and that's because none of these engines can gimbal, which is a little scary. We'll do the best we can. Keep this thrust down to 200. This rocket doesn't want to listen to me right now. It's kind of saying no. Oh, so there they go. Please don't hit. Okay, thank God. Start turning this bad boy again. It might still be too heavy, but we'll see. See how we go. As long as this keeps going up, then we're good. We're in good shape then. As long as that doesn't drop too much more than that. Oh, we're falling back, man. I don't like these non-gimbling engines. Yeah, we're just very sloppy. Not even on the 90 line anymore. Oh, we're drifting. Oh, come on, get back down. Oh. I make very strange noises sometimes when I play this game. I'm sure we all do. I'm just gonna leave it. You know, I should really put fins on this thing. That would actually probably help. Ooh, yeah, that prograde keeps falling further towards the horizon, which is not good. I'm trying to, you know, the angle's a little steep. That's kind of how I want it, to be honest with you. I just want to get out of the soup. Might have to reconfigure our design a little bit. We'll see how we go. Still just sliding through the atmosphere here. Too far. I don't want to start falling. But I do need to pick up forward momentum. Angle is still very steep. So we're about to drop these puppies off, and maybe, just maybe, it'll get rid of all that weight. Maybe we'll be okay after that. Just about out. Oh yeah, okay, so we can start moving a little further this way now. Just gonna move it down just a touch, just to realign that with the 90. That's good. Fuel is burning fast and hot. Oh wow, it's burning real fast and hot. This was supposed to be our complete the orbit burn tank, not keep going tank, so we're going to be a little bit of trouble here. Yeah. I don't know about this, guys. I don't know about this. This is going to be difficult. Looks like the eclipse is gone, though. We are indeed using our burnout to the moon fuel, so this isn't good. But for some reason, I just kind of want to keep trying anyway. Yeah, I don't feel too good about this, guys. But since we are running out of time, what I might do is I'll have to think about it. I'll build a better design, and then I'll come back and we'll have a better lunar lander design. I figured, you know, it's okay to show failures. I'm not trying to be perfect. You know, I'm definitely not perfect at this game. Here we are. We just got it, but that doesn't really leave a whole lot of fuel left for us to get to the moon. So yeah, I think I'll redesign it. Maybe a different launch stage will be better, so it's not so heavy. It's like all those engines were pushing all those tanks. It wasn't enough engines, not enough thrust-to-weight ratio, which is important in a game like this when it uses realistic Newtonian physics. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed anyway, even though there's some failures. I usually tend to just cut out the failures, but I figure, you know, why not? I'm human. I'll show maybe one or two failures here and there. Alright, but thanks for watching, and thanks for putting up with my 2-week delay with posting. I will try to be more vigilant about that in the future. But until next time, have a good one, everyone, and thanks for watching.